All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi.
Hi, I would like to ask everyone to please turn their videos on because I want to see your brilliant faces. Christian, I see Miss Beverly.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Well, I do apologize for not being able to attend yesterday. I always make it to orientation, but your professors are practicing attorneys, so sometimes court happens. Sometimes your professors may be a few minutes late to class. So, but without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the slideshow. If I can figure out how to do that. Let's see. We're going to share the screen. All right. Can you guys see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me get this done.
I can see it.
All right. So what you should expect to learn from Lawyering Fundamentals and what it is. So it is going to be a series of interactive videos, assignments, readings, and essays. It's going to simulate your first semester of law school. It's going to teach you some, not all of the intentional torts, specifically assault, battery, and I think you may touch on intentional infliction of emotional distress. You're going to read and brief cases. You're going to write and submit law school essays, answer multiple choice questions that are taken from bar exams, experience the dreaded Socratic method, and learn how to organize your course notes. But most importantly, you're going to learn how to start thinking like a lawyer. Some of the assignments that you're going to do, you're going to sit back and think, why am I writing an essay about bananas and oranges and you know, what do I care about that? That seems like something an elementary school student would do. Well, this class is a training wheel class, okay? We're trying to get you into the mindset of thinking like a lawyer. So you're going to be doing some very basic seeming assignments, but I promise they have a purpose and you need to trust the process. So the professors for the course, I notice that you've got two. There's Tommy Sangchampufen. He goes by Professor Tommy. He is going to be your Barbary professor. Now, I'm sure Dean Garrett touched on what Barbary is. It is a bar prep course. And Barbary is a national company, and they teach this type of introductory law class to other law schools throughout the country. So they know what they're talking about. They specialize in helping students learn to think like lawyers and eventually pass the bar exam. You're going to go to Professor Tommy if you've got questions about the things that you're learning, the materials that you've read, or the things that you've covered in the Barbary matrix. And I will get to the matrix here in a few moments and show you what that looks like. I am your BSL professor / liaison to the administration. I am a 2018 graduate of BSL. I graduated with honors. I actually sat in the very first Lawyering Fundamentals class that BSL taught. So I've been in your shoes. I felt the fear. Now, granted, when I did the Lawyering Fundamentals course, it was 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday from, I think, 9 to 5 p.m. It was not an online class. So I wish that we could get back in the classroom because then you kind of experience the fear. But the online class is great too. So you're going to come to me if you've got questions about how BSL works, if you need tips for surviving law school, if you're having trouble keeping up with the course, or if something comes up like COVID or a child gets sick or you're hospitalized, anything that's going to keep you from completing the course on time. And I ask that you get that information to me as quickly as possible. I've had some students that wait until the very last day of the final exam to tell me that they've had a problem and they've not been able to keep up with the course. And that's a problem. I can only help you if you let me know what's going on. I'm your advocate. So you've got to let me know what's going on so I can relay that information to the administration. So for example, if you're in a car accident and you need help or you need an extension or you may need a deferral, let me know. And I can say, look, this student has done a good job. They've been in contact with me. They've asked smart questions during our office hours. I recommend that, we try to help this person out. So the requirements for the course, you're going to need high-speed internet. There is an internet drought in the state of Alabama. We learned that through the pandemic. So high-speed internet. You'll need a reliable computer, a laptop or desktop with a keyboard. Some people in the past have taken the Lawyering Fundamentals course with a tablet. They've also had problems submitting assignments on the tablet. So you can use them, but use them at your own risk. It is not the school's responsibility if you're not able to complete the assignments because you've got a tablet. You've got to have the ability to work independently. We're not going to be breathing down your neck. It's the way the course is formatted. You've got specific assignments that you need to complete on specific days. And you need to stay on top of that because you don't want to get behind. Lastly, you're going to need your login credentials. You'll receive these from this email address. And this is the Barbary Matrix website. And all course materials will be found on the Barbary Matrix. Now, if you don't get your login information, check your spam. A lot of times it goes into your spam on your email account. And if you don't get them, say by Monday, send an email to these people, okay? Office hours. So in order to help you, I will be hosting office hours via Zoom. And you will get a Zoom link via email. It'll either come from Becky at the school or it will come from me through the Matrix. So be on the lookout for that. Keep checking your spam. Attendance at these office hours, it's not mandatory, but it is highly encouraged. Wink, wink. Office hours are going to be held on the following days from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard. It's going to be on December 7th, 12th, and 16th. Professor Tommy with Barbary will be present at these office hours to answer any questions that you've got about the course material. Keep in mind that these meetings are not going to be in lecture format. So come prepared with questions. And if there are no questions or nobody shows up, we're going to pack it up and go home because Tommy is extremely busy. I've got things I need to do. So be on time, be prepared to ask questions.
Okay.
Zoom etiquette. This is my favorite. So all cameras will be turned on during the office hours, regardless of whether you're using a computer or your cell phone. I will ask one time for you to turn your cameras on. If you don't, I will boot you from the Zoom meeting. I want to see you. I want to get to know you. And it's also just kind of common courtesy. Your microphones will be muted unless you're asking a question or interacting with your professor or your classmates. Try to keep excessive background noise on your end down to a minimum. If you're a repeat offender, you're going to be booted just because it's disrespectful and distracting to your classmates who are trying to learn, and you may have a crying baby in the background. Or I'm actually surprised that my dog is not having a panic attack right now because I'm talking to my computer, but she's not, so yay. Use your government name that BSL has on file for you. Don't log in with iPhone or Hot Mama. I need to know who you are because I do kind of keep up with who attends in case, like I said earlier, I need to advocate for you. There was a tragic incident earlier this year where a young man logged into Zoom Court and his friends had changed his Zoom login to reflect an expletive, and the court was not entertained. The judge was pretty mad, and it's, you don't want to make the judge mad. So, and also have a dedicated space where you can Zoom without interruption. It's obviously dangerous to Zoom while you're driving. I don't want to witness you getting into a head-on car accident because you're Zooming and driving. So please try to have a dedicated space. When does the class open? I believe it opens today. And it's going to close. The last day to take the final exam will be December 19th. Do I have to have all the modules completed before I take the final exam? Yes, you do. And a lot of times you may find that you're not able to move on to the next module. And that's because you, somewhere along the line, you have not completed something. So if you find yourself in that position where you're not able to move on to the next assignment, go back, look and see if there's anything that you may have missed. And if you can't find anything that you've missed, you'll need to email technical support. Does this class impact my GPA? It does not. This is probably the most popular question that I get. This is a pass-fail course. Now you're going to get numeric grades, 90, 85, 15 on your assignments, but that's just for you to track your progress and make adjustments. You're not going to receive a letter grade in the course. People ask me all the time, I made a 10 out of 10 on a quiz. Can I retake it? Yeah, you can take it as many times as you need to, but your grade on this quiz is not going to impact your grade in the course. It would just be for you to learn from your mistakes. You'll get feedback on some, but not all of your assignments. And please be patient with that feedback. A lot of times people say, I haven't gotten any feedback yet. Where is it? As I said earlier, Barbary offers this course to other law schools besides BSL, and they've got a limited number of graders on staff. So you'll get your feedback. I promise. It's just not going to be as instantaneous as we would expect in this world where you can text somebody and get a reply 5 seconds later. If you have no idea what you're doing, email me. I'll help you. Okay. Can you look at my brief and give me some pointers? You will be writing case briefs. No, I wish I could help you. I wish I could look at these. I wish I could devote all this time to help you and give you pointers, because one thing that I could do is brief a case. But you're given everything that you need to succeed in this class in your course materials. Again, this is a question I get about grades. I get a long list of, I made a 90, a 30, and a 4 on this assignment. Am I passing? I don't know. This is a pass-fail course. Don't send me or Professor Tommy emails like this. I'll delete them. I don't have time for that. And neither does Professor Tommy. Again, I'll say it. This class has no impact on your GPA. None. Zero. I can't move on to the next module. You'll need to email technical support. I'm not technical support. I can't help you. I can't access some of the course materials. Again, email technical support. I cannot help you. What happens if I bomb the assignments and or the final exam? So in order to pass this course, you are required to make a good faith effort with regards to completing your assignments. And then you got to take a final exam. After you complete the final exam, you're given what's called a pass, a conditional pass, or a fail. If you get a conditional pass, you'll be required to submit a supplemental essay and then schedule a meeting with Professor Tommy to discuss what happened on the exam. And he'll give you some advice and pointers and things like that. If you get a failing score and you have got to try so hard to fail this course, you've got to try harder to fail this course than to pass it. But if you fail, you will get to meet with Dean Garrett, Dean Charles in the hot seat to discuss your future at BSL. And believe me, you don't want to do that. When do I know if I've passed or failed the course? I don't know. I don't work for Barbary. They don't tell me this stuff. You should get your results maybe in the first couple of weeks of law school. But again, those timeframes are subject to change. It'll be good practice for when you take the bar exam and you've got to wait 8 weeks to figure out if you're able to practice law. So be patient. Here's some contact information. Just sort of recaps who the email tree of who you need to email with problems that you're having. So that is the slideshow. Now I'm going to show you. Your matrix may look a little different because this is the professor's one, but this is the Lawyering Fundamentals matrix from this past summer. And you'll have content that you need to complete. You'll have a syllabus. Read the syllabus, read the syllabus, read the syllabus. You will have instructor bios, and see, it's broken down into days. So days 1 and 2, you need to complete these modules. Okay. Don't get behind it. You do not want this course hanging over your head during the holidays. So it's going to seem like a lot of material, and it is, and it's designed to scare you. It's designed to really show you guys that law school is a time management exercise, and it is especially a time management exercise for our students. You're working full time. You've got a family. You're trying to do law school. It's a lot of hats to be wearing. So time management is going to be essential for your success in this program. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, and a little bit about me. I am, in addition to graduating from BSL in 2018, I am a criminal defense and juvenile law attorney in Walker County. So I don't know if you've heard of Walker County. It's got quite the reputation. Yes, I do know where the bodies are buried. No, I can't. So there you go. But I do look forward to getting to know everybody at the Zoom. Professor Tommy is wonderful. He taught me my first year torts class. He's great. He's smart. Look him up on the internet. He's got a very impressive pedigree, and he'll help you if you help yourself. And that's the same way I am. We're all adults here.
Hey, Miss Rebecca, can you hear me?
I can. Who's talking?
I'm Joyce, and I apologize. My headphones were not working when we first started, and I actually can't see where I can like turn my camera on, and I'm at work.
Okay, gotcha. What's going on?
Thank you. If you covered this, I do apologize. Could have been in that time, but it has to do with some of the assignments when we start talking about the peers posts. I'm thankful that my son has had Canvas and has had all these other things where he's had to like posts and do peers posts and comment on peers posts and things like that. I did see, because I got my thing last night and I was just kind of, perusing, and I saw where like you create threads. So my assumption, I hesitate to use the word, is that I create a thread with my thing and people comment on it, but I should be able to see when they post threads as well.
I don't know if it'll give you a notification that they posted a thread, but
you
yeah.
can go into threads.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I knew that continual conversation back and forth is very important. That's part of the whole process and everything. And so, but I was just curious, and thank you so much.
Absolutely, no problem. Any other questions? Okay.
Doing Professor Andrew Wyatt.
Hi.
Hi. I got a question as far as what does the email look like? Will it come in with say law student online when you get it? You click on it?
I
haven't
sure.
seen it. Haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it yet. I think, let me look at some of the correspondence that I've gotten. It may say something like, let's see, like law online, or I think it's got the word law in it. So okay. Just be on the lookout for that stuff. Again, check spam, all of that.
Yeah, I check my spam, my junk, and all of that. I didn't see anything yet. So I'll look at when we end this Zoom. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem. I think the last email I got last night said that they were going to be adding everyone to the classroom later today. So
Thanks, Rachel. It does come from,
Rebecca Heitch.
Rebecca. I am so embarrassed. I sit right beside someone named Rachel. So,
What's going on?
It does come from support@lawstudentonline.com.
It does. Fantastic. So
Yes,
you've
ma'am.
already gotten yours.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you.
If you've not gotten yours, you may want to go ahead and email the law student at supportonline.com or whatever that email address was. Let me see.
Support@lawstudentonline.com.
Yes. So it's on the screen right now. You may want to email them and see what's going on. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions, we will end this Zoom. But again, I look forward to meeting everybody at our first Zoom. It's going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be great. Woo. So I will see you there, and just come with questions. There's not a question we haven't heard. Promise.
What time Wednesday?
It's going to be from 6 to 7 p.m.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And I'm Jasmine, by the way.
Ah, nice to meet you.
And we
Nice to
will
meet you too.
get a link, right?
You will get a Zoom link. Yes. Great.
All right.
All right. Well,
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see
Yes.
you guys on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Miss Rebecca.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.